I am alive, and I'm still alive. In 2 weeks, I'll be 60, but I'm still alive. Okay, a little bit of stuff. Rock and Roll of Fame induction. By the way, this is January 20th, 2020. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. I guess at this point you just got to say I don't care anymore because you know Notorious B.I.G. All right, I don't know the guy's music that well. Um, Whitney Houston, great singer, great stylist of music, great. She knew how to sing, not just a great voice. She was great at singing, phrasing, everything. So, but then why not Barry Manilow? Why not John Denver? Why not? I mean, Neil Diamond, if he's not in, I don't think he is. The Balladeers can sing. Mariah Carey has to be next because she can sing. She even writes. All I Want for Christmas went to number one like a month ago. She co-wrote it, so she's talented. I don't know if she plays an instrument. I don't really care. But the point is, I have nothing against Whitney getting in because she's a very good musician. But change the name should be Rock and Pop Hall of Fame. That's all it is. Just change the name. You're gonna let all these pop stars in that don't rock at all. It's fine. Do it. Pat Benatar doesn't get in, who's more heavy rock, but Whitney Houston, who doesn't play rock at all, gets in. Okay, Depeche Mode, synth, pop, a little bit of rock. Great band. They have a lot of guitars in there, so if that means something, then okay, they should be it. I love them. I saw them live once. I didn't write this down, so I probably forget. T-Rex, kind of a band, but I mean, if you think about it, it's a band, but Mark Bolan, he was the face of the band. But the other musicians, if there's anybody around, they should show up for that acceptance. I know his widow is around, and I know he has a son. So I'm thinking those two will be there, and then whoever's around from the band. I know I'm forgetting a couple more people, but those are the ones that stick to my mind. I knew there were three deceased people getting in: Notorious B.I.G., Whitney Houston, and T-Rex. Well, Mark Bolan was the main guy from T-Rex. So let it be that way. Don't have much more to say about that. It's up to them. They know that they want the museum goers to be super into pop music too. So what they do is they throw in a pop star. So maybe more people who like Whitney will show up to the museum. They'll show up to the ceremony, because it makes them more money. And like I said, it's okay. Now, Griggy had his awards. Griggy, I love you, buddy, but you skipped me. Nothing. I would have liked being nominated and lose. I'm used to that. That's my whole life. Griggy, I'm not really mad. It's what you have to do. You're a star in the podcast world where people have a few hundred people listening and thousands of people sometimes, coming and going. So I don't really care that much. I wanted to just mention you because you're such an inspiration. You stand there. Griggy, if you listen to this, I want you to take a look at Aaron Rodgers, the football quarterback. With a little bit of longer hair, he could look like you. I'm not saying you have to look like him, but he has the beard. He has the kind of long face like you. I'm not putting down your face, buddy. You're a good-looking guy. Crest isn't going to waste her time with funny-looking, ugly guy. She's with the right guy. I'm just saying he should try to look more like you. Because if you look at his face and the beard, it's Griggy-esque. Okay? It's Griggy-esque. All right, now it's time to try to find something that, of course, I didn't do a lot of preparation for, but I think I did. Okay. I think this might be what I want to do. No, that's not it. Oh, I also want to thank Clarence Frogman Henry last week for doing my show. He was a singer on the song "I Don't Know Why I Love You, But I Do." That's his song, and he met Elton John and Paul McCartney, and he had a lot of stories. Jimmy Buffett, and he loved talking to me. He was 20 minutes in, 18 minutes in, and I just don't have the energy to go 3-4 hours with anybody, or even an hour. So I kind of let it go for 18 minutes, and he's 82 years old, and he would have kept talking, but I guess I think I need to be in as good a shape as him, and I'm 22 years younger than him. Okay, we're going to the drummer list. Let's see if anybody's actually listening to me today. Nobody's paying attention. Missy Adams said, "I do miss you. You're faithful. I know you'll be back." And whatever, it's okay. Nobody's live listening. Maybe a few people will listen anyway. So let's dig into some drummers. I kind of can make an excuse that the list is kind of due to Neil Peart dying. You have to pronounce it Peart, since he was a great drummer and drummed for Rush and just passed away between about 10 days ago or so. Now, funny, this list, 100 greatest drummers, but how is it they start the list at 99? Load previous. Let's see, what's this? Oh, here's 100. Okay, here. Oh, this cookie link. I don't want to deal with the cookies. Christian Vander, number 100, Rolling Stone list. French balladeer. So I ain't going to say much about him. Zappa jazz type of stuff, but not going to claim to be an expert on this guy. But you have to assume there's going to be jazzy type guys in here because it's not just heavy rock. Travis Barker, Blink 182, was in a big plane crash, survived. Blink 182 was a band I didn't think was big, and then I saw that they sold 12,000 seats in my local arena. Not local, but Montreal. And I like Blink 182's rapid style drumming. They really were fast, but he's a great drummer. I never thought Blink 182 were one of these massive, like super important bands. They had 2 or 3 songs, but I mean, the guy. I'm not even reading anything about the guy. I'm just going to talk about him. I don't have to read every story and every tidbit about him. I know who he is. So does most 90s type of guys or 2002 type of guys know. And that's all I'm going to say. Number 98. Also, I'm not going to read this stuff because I know about these people without having to go through the list of stories. Original Guns N' Roses drummer, great drummer, played on the first album, Appetite, played a bit of the second album, Use Your Illusion, then partially through the Use Your Illusion, the guy was ousted and had a big drug problem, had a stroke, was offered $7,000 or something ridiculous to get him out of the band, and then his agent kind of fought with them a bit legally and got it to $7 million to just go away. Probably meant that's his future earnings cut. And then the guy's been in his Adler's Appetite. So I mean, he's been on talk shows, Eddie Trunk, talking. Of course, he's never been invited back to the reunion, and maybe it pisses him off. But maybe they know more than I do. Those guys, they must know that he's not stable or as good as he was, or maybe he's just a guy that could melt down a lot. And he's, it's a grueling tour. So in order to put that tour back together and record new stuff, which I think they did, you needed a guy that's stable and can keep up. But I love that first album and everything else after that. Whatever he did on Use Your Illusion, I'm sure was good. And if it wasn't anything amazing, then it's okay. I mean, look, he still did that album. Next, Cindy Blackman. See, I got to read about this girl. 1993. What did she do? Lenny Kravitz's band. So I do like her drumming in that. She got an audition. Are You Gonna Go My Way video? You could see her in that. I mean, I've heard the drumming. It's great. So she's still around doing projects, whatever. Not a big deal. I've heard the drumming, very impressive. Larry Mullen Jr. Must be U2, yes. U2, the drumming is very good. Not going to say anything negative about the guy. I've had bad experience going to his concert and being miserable, but it's not their fault. It's my fault for wasting my day with my pregnant wife at home in her 7th month, and I'm running by myself in a rainstorm, which came after. walking home for 30 minutes, walking to my car. It was like absolute misery. And you too, time will never say they didn't have talent, but you know what? They're so overplayed. I just don't care about them. But he's a good drummer, so give him his place. 95, Chris Dave. Questlove. Now, I can, if I didn't watch YouTube 2, 3 days ago, I wouldn't have as much to say as I'm going to say now. If he's a drummer for Questlove, that means I just saw him in a video where John Paul Jones joined the band. I just stumbled on it. It said John Paul Jones with, playing. And then I clicked on it and it was Questlove. And he was really good. And he was kind of doing a Zeppelin beat. And just for that alone, I was impressed. So, Chris Dave, never heard of you before until 3 days ago. And let's see what else it's. I mean, there's stuff about it in Adele's. You played on Adele's records, other people, but hey, I don't know Questlove well, but I've said a lot about Chris Dave. And next, I had a chance to see. No, actually, the White Stripes I could have seen a year and 2 months ago, but she wasn't in it anymore. Meg White. Still, let me see if it says, is she the sister or the ex-wife of Jack White? I've always getting that stuff mixed up. Does it say anything about this? No. You know what? I don't really care. Whenever I think she's his sister, I forget, and then I think he's his ex-girlfriend or wife. Then I forget that. So you know what? I don't really care. White Stripes are great. No, I didn't go. Yes, I was lazy. Yes, it was pouring rain, ice rain, and ice storms out. And I was in my blanket in my house, and I said, I don't want to go. And I had a free ticket, man. But you know how far it was? You're talking about a 45 to an hour drive, then another 45-minute metro. You're talking easily 90 minutes each way to go see a show. And I just didn't want it. It was cold. I said, forget it. So I never did get to see the White Stripes. Number 93, Thomas Hake. He's pointing at me in the picture with a bunch of drums. Meshuggah. Okay, so I know the name Meshuggah, but really, I'm not going further with that talk because I don't know the music of Meshuggah. And Meshuggah is a Yiddish word that means like not really a great person, or Meshuggah, you're stupid or something. Anyway, Ralph Molina, number 92. Neil Young's band. Met during Ruffalo Springfield, so this guy's been around. Ralph is great, blah, blah, blah. Cinnamon Girl Down by the River. Okay, those are great songs. He played on them. I'll go along with it. Ralph Molina. Don't know his name. Don't know his name. You know my name. Look up the number. What's next? People. Brian Chippendale. There he is with a little beard and a bald head. What's this guy's story? I'm the top. I'm the best. I play this. I play that. Wish I could figure out, he's in some bands, but I never heard of these groups. Light and Wood. Okay, so he's one of these guys, because Rolling Stone, they listen to these offbeat. Bjork talked about him. Okay, he's one of these guys I don't know. Janet Weiss, number 90. What's the story with this girl? A band called Sleater Kenny. Don't know it, so. Tucker and Brownstein, 90s girl. The Shins I heard of. The Jicks, Bright Eyes, I don't know. See, this is a girl that probably stands out, probably is great, blah, 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 but I just don't know much about her. Number 89, Bill Stevenson, SoCal Punk. 14 he started. Let's see, the Descendants, don't know them much at all, don't know them at all. Kind of laid the groundwork for Green Day, Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer. Black Flag, okay, them I know. Was in that band. Okay, so that's all I can say. Black Flag, great. John Theodore, 88. I'm going to go to 80. John Theodore. Billy Cobham, John Bonham, the style of John Bonham. Seem to be riddled with these guys I never heard of. He was in Mars Volta. Okay, I know them. But really, John Theodore, going to move on pretty quick. Skrillex talks about him. Okay, I don't care. It's not a big deal. George Hurley, number 87, looks kind of old. Hardcore punk. Well, what band was he in? The Big Voiced Search. I don't know. It's like I'm running into these good R&B music he likes. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Phil Rudd, definitely know him. AC/DC drummer, great drummer. The guy was in legal trouble. He threatened his neighbor or something. Number 86, AC/DC. Well, he's out of the band. He's in the band. He's out of the band. I think he's back in the band. He influenced Aaron Singer, Rammstein's drummer. He says, I remember saying, I'm the greatest drummer ever. Well, Phil Rudd, I'm the best. I don't know. You're pretty damn good. Seen you live. Seen AC/DC 3 times. I'm sure you were there 2 out of the 3 times. And great drummer. 85, Tommy Lee. Do I have to say more? Motley Crue, Pamela Anderson, all these other girls. Whatever. DJ'd once in Quebec. Had a chopper drop him off in a South Shore party. Picked him up an hour later. Made 10 grand. Not bad for one night. And of course, he is great on the albums. I saw the drum kit spinning around. I mean, he's done it. He's in the movie The Dirt. It's about the band, Motley Crue. No negativity about the guy. You know, we know all about him. John Stainer, number 84. Okay. Band battles, stuff. Something about that. Some kind of a banana. Okay, he studied Neil Peart, I just mentioned. I'm sure Neil Peart should be somewhere up this list. I don't know. Something about a group called Battles. I don't know. Anyway, sorry to be dismissive, John. Number 83. Let's see how I'm doing time-wise. Yeah, we're going to give you till 80. Why not? I'm skipping the live version of the Stern Show, which is not that good anyways. Ronald Shannon Jackson. We're dealing with the jazz world again, people. I don't know. Talking about Living Color. He's not from them, is he? He played with Albert Iron. I don't know. That's it. There's nothing more to say. All obscure. Glenn Kochke, number 82. He's called Glenshins. Great stuff. Somebody from Jeff Tweedy said something about him. Wow. This list is not full of superstar drummers at this point yet. There's a few, but maybe the great drummers come up later. But Glenn Kochke is like a tchotchke. I just got a lot to say. J.R. Robinson, now we're at 81. I'm going to go to 80. Most recorded drummer in history. Okay. He played on I'm So Excited. Steve Winder's Higher Love, so he's probably a session guy. Rufus and Chaka Khan's Ain't Nobody. Daft Punk. We Are the World. Wow, so this guy's one of these great session guys that I have never heard of, but look at all the stuff he's done. Quincy Jones loves him too. Okay, everybody give him a kiss. Number 80, last one. Steve Jordan, R&B and soul. Played with Stevie Wonder, so there you got me there. Jazz fusion, sparse, straightforward, soulful rock. Member of Keith Richards' band, The Expensive Winos. Played for 80s Neil Young. Clapton. Okay, John Mayer. This guy's just keep running into these guys. Oh, I see another guy, but he's at number 79. So I will deal with him next week. Let's make a little note. By the way, I got Windows 10. I was so excited. You have no idea. Took me hours and hours. Not me, my friend Patrick, who helped with it, to get it. There was a black screen. Oh my God, there's trouble. Mr. Gates, why do you make me so miserable? Why do you do these things? Make me crazy. Okay, hitting it on the head. We're going to get back to Howard Stern. Eddie G's Music World is closing to an audience of 0, but it's okay. I love you all anyway. Eddie G, January 20th, 2020. Goodbye.